What is going on, you guys? It's James from James Reptiles back again with another video. If you look right here, we have 2 empty eggshells. It's because 2 geckos hatched. That's really exciting. I'll show you guys that in a second. But these other eggs are looking really bad. They still have a little bit of time before they should hatch, but I guarantee they're not gonna hatch, so I'm probably gonna end up just cutting them open. Let me get out these babies real quick and I'll show you how I set them up. So just right here, this tub, $1.98 at Walmart. I drilled some holes in it. That gecko I already had. It's Cherry. Its name's Cherry. And then somewhere in here I gotta clean and feed all the geckos today. There's the one that hatched yesterday, and there's the one that hatched today. So these guys are tiny, obviously, especially compared to this one. This one was tiny. They're running around. So when geckos hatch, or I get geckos in, I like to put them in an enclosure with a gecko the same size, one I already have. And basically what that does is it teaches the gecko, like, hey, this guy comes in every other day and he feeds us and he waters us. Here's where the food is, here's where the water is, and it just helps them adjust better, I've found. If you just put them in, you're gonna be worrying, you're gonna be watching it constantly, like, oh, no food was eaten, I haven't seen a poop in a day or two. If you put them in like that, there's no way to tell if it's eaten, and there's no way to tell if it's pooping, and it takes a lot of that stress away. And honestly, crested geckos are such bulletproof animals. They're such good for, they're such good first exotic pets, or pet reptiles, or even if you're not a beginner, if you just want something very easy, very manageable, they're amazing. I've never had one where I've had to worry about it. If you get a crested gecko in and you're worrying about it, it's probably something really bad. It's just, they're so bulletproof. They've never not eaten, they've never not pooped just fine, they've never not gotten along with everyone else, unless you put males together. Nevertheless, I need names for both of those. I don't think anyone's seen the other video yet, but if you go and see it, it says, you know, whoever commented on it can name the geckos. You can name these 2. The first one will be Gecko 1, the second one will be Gecko 2. Give them names, and I'll print labels for them. I sold, you can see just right there, I'm missing a tub. I sold a roach colony earlier today. I gotta go get a new tub. Oh, I have a tub right there. I have a tub. I don't have to get a tub. Awesome, 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 awesome. I have a tub. I gotta clean that out. I gotta set up a new roach colony. I have a bunch of other stuff to do. Let's scurry into my bathroom real quick. Water level's a little low, but just like that, the pleco is gone. I put some new plants in here. We got the Java fern right up front, and right in the back, I forget what that one's called. That's the one I had in before. It looks a lot better than the one I had in before, but hopefully, you know, the plants do really well. The fish love it. They like the cover. It'll hopefully bring those Reminos just to the front more, especially without the pleco in there. And then when I get my new tank set up, I'll be able to throw some of these plants in there. I'll take little clippings and throw them in. And it'll give guppy babies lots of places to hide. So that'll be perfect. Well guys, I went to deposit a bunch of money. Got to buy a bed frame, and we turned in our change jar. I'm going to buy some fake plants too, but I guess the ATM's not accepting deposits right now. So we're going to go to one sort of chain store that I know is probably going to have some. I want to see what their selection is, and then we'll go on to an actual reptile store. I know they have slightly better deals. What is up, you guys? I am back from the store. If you, well, you saw I couldn't deposit that money because the bank was being weird. So I just took the cash. I knew how much I wanted to spend on plants. I knew how much I had set aside for quote-unquote business expenses. So I went to the first store, and plants, large, those plants were like $7 a piece, which some stores that are like 14, 15. So I was like, that's crazy. I'm gonna buy all 3, and I'll just go to the store and get a ledge, and that'll be perfect. So I went up to the counter, and they were ringing up at like $10, and I told her, I said, you know, there's 7 back there. I hate to be a bother, but it would save me like $10. And so after a lot of waiting for people to come price check, and the $7 price was a tag from 2015. I guess just no one said anything whenever it happened to go up. But I got a steal on those. So I said, you know what? I've got a couple bucks left. I know the ledges are 13 at the other store. I had like $9 left technically, but I said, screw it. I need a ledge. I'll just go there and I'll pick up a ledge and we'll move some geckos in tonight. Now, in an unexpected turn of events, we're not going to move any geckos in there. Well, none of my crested geckos, because at the second store, I bought a gecko. So this right here is an adult female gargoyle gecko with a regenerated tail. I don't even know if that's all the way regenerated yet. And she's missing 2 front toe tips, which could have happened when she was a baby. It could have happened when someone was trying to breed her. It could have honestly happened when you're closing the glass doors, because I know I've caught my male's toes in there at least 2 times. It's always the male, I don't know why. But this girl is awesome. Now, to recap, I wasn't planning on getting any animals, but an adult, I'm not super familiar with the morphs, but that's like a striped reticulated, and she's super dark. An adult female gargoyle gecko. I sell adult female cresteds for no less than $150. If they're ugly and horrible, $150. If they're missing a tail, $150. Gargoyle gecko adults, at least $250. I got her for $200. They actually had 2. When I saw the price and I didn't see them, I was like, are they babies? Because I've been thinking about getting some. But I pulled the trigger. I picked her up. She's awesome. I can't wait. I always do this. Every time I don't recommend impulse buying, but every time I see something I want, I think logically about it. I go, you know, I have the setup, I have all the stuff in the car, I'm buying a ledge right now, I have the food, it's perfect, there's this good deal, it's a good price, everything seems right. What I don't do is I forget to inspect the animal. So I did not notice those 2 missing toes when I first picked her up. You know, obviously it's not a big deal. It's just the little tips, the claws. I doubt that's a genetic thing. I've never seen that in any kind of... I've never seen missing toes in a genetic way, except in the fact that leopard geckos shed when they have issues and they lose their toe tips. That's the only time I've seen it. You wouldn't see that in crested geckos because of how humid they're kept. So I imagine that was just an external accident. I almost thought she had a spine kink at first when I got home. I was horrified. I was like, I gotta sell her. I gotta try to make $150 and get my money back, get some of my money back. But here she is in all her glory. Super unexpected. I hope my girlfriend ends up liking her. And I'm gonna go set up her cage right now, and give me just a minute. Oh, by the way, she needs a name. So I have 3 geckos that need a name right now. So I have those 2 baby crested geckos. You guys, I'll give you the chance to name them in the comments. Her, I'm going to post her on Instagram. And whatever name I like the best in the first 24 hours, that's what it's going to be. Or I'll pick 2 and I'll do a vote. That'll be cool. I'm going to go set her up and I'll be right back. All right. Let me step back real quick. Here she is in all her glory. You can see her right there. This is the Exoterra with like the Aztec warriors or whatever on the back. I got... Oh, plants are already falling. Gotta get that suction cup wet. It'll always fall a couple times the first night. I don't know why. One of them. It's always that back corner one too. In every tank, it's always that back corner one. But plant 1, plant 2, plant 3. I'll probably end up getting another small one right here. That's usually what I end up doing. The Lugardi suction cup ledge. I prefer suction cup ledges. I know literally everyone else prefers the magnetic ledges because they don't fall when the glass is dirty. But my glass is never that dirty. I always clean my glass. And I always have a problem with the magnets. The magnets that are in the actual ledge, they're glued in. Well, they end up breaking because geckos weigh a lot. But here she is. I will spray her and offer her a little bit of food tonight. And I'll try to put her in this branch right here and see if she... Oh, not even focused on her. Have her get used to her cage. Look how big her eyes are. And she's beautiful. I can't wait to snap some pictures of her tomorrow for the gram. Alright, well anyway guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I'm James with James' Reptiles. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I wasn't planning on getting this animal, but everything made sense. And when everything makes sense, that's when you're making money. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to share it with someone. It really helps out the channel. I'm a very small channel. She will be on my Instagram tomorrow if you want to check her out. James Reptiles on Instagram. James Reptiles on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter. JamesReptiles@gmail.com if you have any questions. And enjoy your night.